What's going on, y'all? Oh, let me keep the camera this way so you won't be seeing up my nostrils since, oh, girl, people be finding the most. Anyway, yes, and let me put this out here. I have a stand, and it's up to my choice if I want to use it or not. I'm literally in the midst of fucking packing. And I'm only saying that because somebody literally left a comment. I'm tired of seeing up your nostrils, but then tried to edit the comment on the last video. I think it was Love and Hip Hop Miami. And I responded to the edited comment. Well, to the pre-edited comment. Y'all will see it. But anyway, if you can hear me, you can hear me. Girl, I'm literally in the process of getting my stuff up out of here. That's all. So this is how we're gonna do it for the time being. But anyway, neither here nor there. Before we truly get up into this though, I do want y'all to, I had shout out to one of my YouTube subscribers who's also a YouTuber herself. And y'all heard me mention her before. Her name is Miss June BLC, she was dealing with breast cancer. She was a breast cancer survivor. At one point, she was an extra on, Raising Kanan season 1, the church scene at the end, towards the end of the last season. I was like, oh, bitch, that's my subscriber. But unfortunately, you guys, she just hit me up earlier today, and she told me that, she's back. Cancer came back, but it's a different kind of breast cancer this time. She's going to the hospital for surgery on the 25th, which I believe is that this Wednesday or Thursday? Either way, I just want everybody to send some prayers to her. Miss June, you got this. We got you. We praying for you. And I just wish you a speedy, 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 healthy recovery. I really do. Because that's one of my G's right there. But now that we got that out the way, you're going to be good, girl. You're going to be good. I know it. Let's get up into the episode. Real Housewives. Ooh, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That's what it is. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, season 10, baby. If you see me sweating, don't worry about it. I got on a freaking long sleeve and the that's why I got my hair pulled back. Because I ain't got the arrow. I don't feel like getting up and go turn it on. But anyway, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, season 10, episode 16. Do you? Let me just say this. Jock, you are a mess, okay? Because he talking about he had to go do these concerts or whatever. He set up some shows to go do or whatever the week of the wedding. No. Talk about something, still got to pay for this wedding. And then when they showed us the show that he did up in Chicago, I said, is that the only one that he did up in Chicago? Now, baby, I know we got some clubs out here. We got some clubs, and then we got some clubs. Now, what type of club was that? Because it looked like it was somebody's basement. And you got all them niggas that you got to pay on your crew. So how much was you getting paid to be out there at Chicago in that little basement-looking ass club that looked like it only had 40 people up in there that probably was packed out by Mona or whoever was the production people on this show, for you to almost risk or take the risk of being late to your own wedding the next day? I said, how much was it being paid? What? I just had questions. Had Kendra ass just stressed the hell out, okay? But let's just get back because, the episode actually picks back up at Kendra's engagement party. And, Sierra over there still wondering whether or not she trying to decide whether or not she gonna tell what's her name? Kendra, about the whole news that's going on about Jock and Mita and all this stuff. And at the end of the day, on the one hand, it's like y'all talking about it and y'all knew something, but you won't tell her, and you're speaking about it, not realizing as if she's not going to see this play out on TV. But also, I get some of the apprehension of not saying anything just yet, because we don't know if Miss Mita is really 100% telling the truth. Yeah, she rattled off them dates, okay? She rattled off them dates, but you know how people can be jealous, or people can just be hating and, just want to see people hurting or whatever, just because they ain't got the person that they really want. You just don't know what the motive is, okay? Because if you was a real woman, Miss Mita, you would have been said something. You should have told Kendra, you would have stopped fucking around with him, okay? And honestly, that makes you look bad too, because you messing around with somebody that you know is already in a relationship. Yeah, it's worse on him because he's the one in the relationship, but it's also bad on you because you're allowing yourself to do this with this person that's in a relationship. You're literally a side bitch. And I don't care if you came before, during, or after, you're still a side bitch. I'm just saying. Meanwhile, they had asked, you got Renni and Yandy and well, no, not Renni, but Sierra and Yandy and Kendra sitting there talking. They asked about Yandy's mother. She's doing well. She's recovering. Y'all know she had to look. Everybody was having car accidents. I feel for people. She had a car accident that was basically leaving her immobile for a while, but she's improving. Sierra is dealing with stuff with her mother. The last time we saw her and her sisters were not getting along. I really felt bad for Sierra at the beginning of this season because her sisters were being very much entitled. It was very much the whole, you got money, you not putting us on, you not giving me this and you not giving me that, thinking that just because she got money, you automatically supposed to be have access to it and she's supposed to do this and do that for you. No, that ain't how it work, boo-boo. And so, they got into their feelings over that stuff, and it's probably some more deeper shit that was going on that we didn't see. So that was that. Meanwhile, her mother is dealing with a colon infection and it's not getting better because she's not supposed to be drinking and she keeps drinking. Okay, she's practically, I don't want to say it, I don't want to diagnose nobody, but mama is an alcoholic. If you have to sit down and have a goddamn intervention for somebody, you're an alcoholic, okay? And that's basically how it's coming off. And I feel bad for Sierra, because that's it's when you've actually been in that situation where you've seen multiple people in your family just decline. And the two people that I've seen and had in my family who been through the situation that Sierra is going through, looking at a family member going through addiction, alcoholism, slowly killing themselves. And they know that they're killing themselves, but they just can't stop. And eventually they die. That's what happened with my aunt. That's what happened with my uncle. I literally saw my uncle deteriorate in my own home. Because by the time his last few days, he was in my home. Alcoholism took him away. And sometimes it's kind of hard for me to feel bad that my aunt is gone because she's the one that got him started on it. And she's the one that was doing a whole bunch of shit prior to him, and she was doing it all her life. But she didn't die from alcoholism. She was actually murdered. But he died from alcoholism, following after her. So to have that little intervention, I'm sorry, it just got real deep. It just got real deep. This Love and Hip Hop is supposed to be funny or whatever. But, sometimes we got to get deep like that. Sometimes they had a moments where, bitch, I could connect. I could fucking connect. But, you got that. And see, that is so weird. And I just realized that. Like, sometimes it just hit me like, I feel bad about my uncle being gone. And I don't know if I really felt anything about my aunt being gone. That's weird. Maybe it's for that reason too. Not the ice cream truck being outside at fucking 8 or something in the evening. What? Anyway, so, Sierra wanted to have a little intervention with her mama because, she was just talking about how her mom keep on drinking, and then sometimes, she'll come lay up in her bed and she'd be like, I'm scared to go to sleep because I'm scared that I won't wake up. And it's like, that you're doing something that you can't stop. That's just what it is. That's what addiction is. That's when alcoholism turns into a disease. It's a disease that I don't say that it's a disease that you already have. It's something, a habit that turns into a disease, And then She got her sisters together. They actually had a little conversation, I guess, to put everything to the side for right now. And let's just come together and talk to mama. Baby, when mama came over there to the crib, because mama thought she was coming over there because everybody was cool, right? Mama came up in that bitch drunk. Okay, I said, ma'am, you're not taking this serious at all. And the issue is, because I was like, why is the colon infection, why they got anything to do with the alcoholism? It's because the medicine that she's taking to clear up the infection, it's not being cleared because she's not supposed to drink alcohol while taking the medication. And she won't just put the alcohol down for a few days to take the 7-day dose of the antibiotics or whatever type of medication she has. I said, see, now we got a real problem. That lady had all that alcohol over there with them, the little wine bottles and all that, and Sierra trying to talk to her. When mama sat down and was like, look at my daughters, we like the new Kardashians. That's when I know she was really drunk. She was really drunk. I said, girl, what? Bam, you gotta come again. But it's just a mess that's going on with her. And, they were just telling her, like, you gotta get your life together. You know, it happens in families. I feel like even if it might have been staged, that was a real situation that happens with a lot of people, unfortunately. But hopefully they get through it, and hopefully something happens that, the mama understands that, yeah, I need to get my life together real quick. And speaking of getting your life together as mothers, I felt so bad for Renni Rucci because, unfortunately, Renni Rucci mother is no longer here with us. But we looking at something that was going on prior to her passing where Renni was like, nobody had heard from the mom. They put out a missing persons report, and then she was like 45 minutes later or whatever, they get a call from the police saying that, the mother had got into a car accident real bad. So, she's in the hospital, and, because of the COVID regulations, only like one person at a time can go up there to visit. And so her and her brother and sister were taking turns going up there, and the brother had came back and was just saying how, she's stable or trying to get stable. They had to take off part of her pancreas that was, I guess dead, and some other things. It was just a lot. She just basically, what it sounded like to me, she had a lot of internal injuries. And I just felt bad for her because, they was just trying to get their relationship on track. When we first saw them, Renni has not had, she came on here and it has not been like a good fun time for her. It's all about her family. It's all about the whole situation that was going on with her mother. And then to continue that, I just feel bad. I feel bad. Also, I had a question. I was like, they ain't got the same daddy, huh? And the only reason why I said, I know how genetics works. I know how the genetics work. Sometimes, genes can skip a generations, or this thing can skip a generation or whatever. But both of them, the brother and the sister, they was dark skinned, okay? And I said they look like they full siblings. Are y'all half siblings or what? I mean, it don't really matter, but if I see something that's obvious, I'm gonna point it out. But that's just what it was. But I just really feel for her. I feel for them. Moving on from that, Erica and Safaree. Erica and Safaree. Safaree want us to feel some type of way about the fact that, he was painted as the most hated guy, most evil guy in the world or whatever. You painted yourself as that. And I say that because he allowed Erica to paint him as that. And if it wasn't true, you should have counteracted that and came out and said, no, that ain't what's going on. This is what happened. If you want to talk about this video, this is what happened on this trip or whatever. It was at this time, woo, woo, woo. And then I went right back home or whatever. You allowed that storyline to keep on playing out for this show. That's what it is. So you knew exactly what you was doing because it was garnering you and giving you a whole bunch of attention that you was not getting, okay? Because at this point, what is it that Safaree is offering? Safaree is offering nothing. Erica literally is offering nothing because, honestly, what is anybody offering? Nothing that we want, okay? I'm just saying. But when he said, ain't nothing gonna stop me from, seeing my kids and being a dad to my kids. Okay, that's fine. Mind you, I feel like I think I seen something on the preview for what's coming up the rest of this season about it's a possibility that he might be thinking that the little boy ain't his or whatever. But then we see and we know that was the storyline, and that's hurtful as hell. That's hurtful as hell because the little boy looked just like the sister, the baby girl, okay? And they look like Erica. And they look like Erica's older son. Okay, they got her genes for the most part, and a little bit of his, but for the most part, they have Erica genes. Okay, and for you to bring that up like that just to spite her, whatever. This is some. I don't want to be in a petty ass relationship like that. Okay, leave me the fuck out of that shit. All right, move. I like a little crazy, but nothing like that. Cause once we start putting the kids up in it and we playing with DNA and all that stuff, that's just crossing a goddamn line. Okay, when you really ain't got no just cause for it, just because you want to get back. That's just basically what it was. When he came up into that house. And he tried to come sit down. Mama sitting on the couch trying to put baby Legend to sleep. Okay, he tried to touch him, and Erica was like, "No, putting him to sleep." And then he tried to touch him again, and she said, "Did you even wash your hands?" Now, see, that was the main thing that I agree with Erica. Erica said the right thing, bitch. We are in the land of pandemico. Okay, you just came up in the house. We ain't see you going to the bathroom. They could have edited it out or whatever. We ain't see you squirting no sanitizer. We ain't see you with no sanitary napkins or nothing. You just came on in that house, set your ass down in your house in your outside clothes on that couch, and you tried to touch that baby. A baby that was up in the NICU for a while. Babies ain't got that strong of an immune system. So please go wash your hands, okay? That's what you need to do. But, he was like, I'm up here trying to be with my family. Here go Erica. You ain't got no family. I mean, you got your kids, but you ain't got no family. I said, now, Erica, you know exactly what he was talking about. Damn well, it ain't working between y'all. She's still mad about the fact that, I guess she felt like she had false hope. He gave her false hope that, he would do right and they'll probably try again after being on family vacation, and it just didn't work out. And I was like, this is a reality show. None of this is real, so you already knew that it wasn't going to work out. Please just get the divorce and leave us alone. And basically what's going on is, he wants her to go to the wedding, Jock's wedding with him, because Jock wants to see them together at the wedding. Baby, Jock would have had to say, Jock, we cool and all, but it just ain't going to happen, okay? If you want to see me and him at the wedding together, bring your mistress too, okay? That's what we need to do, okay? Even exchange. If that's what you want to see, then you're going to have to show your mistress too, okay? That's just what's going to have to happen. Bring Mita, all right? I don't know, okay? But she going to oblige and to do it just because, she respects Jock. Jock is her friend. Then she go sit down with Rich Dollars. They're cool now. And I'm sitting here like, y'all finna hook back up. And this how I know that all this shit is fake. Because then, this was right around the time, they filmed this right around the time that Rich Dollars was on Marriage Boot Camp. And he was supposed to be trying to make a relationship work with Mariah Lynn. I said, since the fuck when was y'all in a relationship? Okay? Mind you, he been on Family Reunion trying to get back with Erica. He's on here trying to get back with Erica because that's where it's headed. Okay? And then, they sit down there. Okay, I feel so good that we can actually talk to each other again and talking about Safaree and all that stuff. And I'm like, Rich, that's supposed to be your friend, right? Safaree, huh? I don't know. It's just getting messy. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. The best relationship that I like Erica in was with Sin. Erica. I haven't done that in a long time. Erica, girl, before that shit turned sour, now they could have been really cool, bitch, until Erica did what she did. You know what I'm saying? Like, Erica was that fake page, and she won't admit that she had that fake page, okay? That fake page truly was her, and I truly believe that. And Erica, girl, you messed that up, because us lesbians, 9 out of 10, when we break up with an ex, the ex stay an ex for a minute, but then we circle back a little bit, and not necessarily in a full-blown relationship all the time, but we dibble and dabble back and forth with it. You could have had that going on with Sin, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could have still been cool, but you fucked that up, okay? You fucked that up, and then she went and got with Joe Budden, and then that got fucked up, okay? Y'all could have commiserated together and had some, friends with benefit type of situation. Comfort each other for the fact that, both of y'all going through divorces and shit like that. But no, y'all got to be angry at each other. I was like, oh, wow. Y'all can't just eat each other out. Oh, God, that just sounds so vulgar. But I'm telling the truth. I'm telling you. Let me tell you something. You get into a relationship with a woman, an ex is 9 out of 10. An ex is probably going to be in the background. An ex is probably going to be in the background. It never fucking fails, okay? But that winds up happening. Meanwhile, Spice still trying to, she in her feelings about this whole situation. They doing the most about this Kendra situation and Mita. I'm like, girl, if you claim that it ain't your problem and you're not gonna say nothing, why are you letting it stress you the fuck out? Okay, Carly calling. Mind you, this is the day of the wedding. Carly calling and she was like, girl, don't pop up. Carly just messy as hell. Kendra, she invited Kendra to her engagement party, but Kendra didn't invite her to her wedding. And I know people were saying how, when it came to the Cena situation, that Kendra met Cena before. That's fine. That's fine. She could have met her all that she wanted if that's really what happened. But at the end of the day, it really should have been Jock that told her that they are getting married and asked her to have his kids in the wedding, their kids in the wedding, So I don't feel like she was being all the way bitter about it. She had some real facts. Like, I don't want your woman reaching out to me like that. You reach out to me. You tell me, okay? Why I gotta hear about it from you, the father of my daughters? Why don't you tell me? Why you got your wife to be reaching out first instead of just you? We don't have that type of relationship, but I mean you do, so you reach out to me. I ain't see nothing wrong with that. I do feel like when her and Carly linked up, it was on some bitter shit, cause all they was talking about was Jock, okay? But kind of found out she did let the twins come and be the flower girls in the wedding, so I'm glad that she did do that. But speaking of this wedding, Kendra had to go get her dress finished. Mind you, it was a couple of days before the wedding. Mind you, Rico would have got his ass popped. Okay, I would have cussed him out here and there. This girl was so goddamn stressed out because, first of all, Jock, she didn't even know if Jock had came back in time. She wasn't hearing anything from him. He couldn't even call her. I said, Jock, now why would you do that to her? She had to call his man's Chino to see if they was back in town. And he said that they was back. And at first, I thought he was lying and just, trying to buy some time to ease her up or whatever to make it seem like they back. But they was trying to rush to get back. But no, they was really back. They was getting ready or whatever. So she was calm on that front. But then it came time to actually get to the wedding and, get her dressed. The dress ain't ready. The wedding about to start in a couple of hours. The dress ain't ready because Rico's still sewing shit together. Then you got to bring it down there, okay? Mind you, she trying to get her makeup done, and she had a full-blown breakdown, and it's understandable, baby. I'm just saying, if it's gonna be this stressful, I don't want to do no shit like that. Girl, and I had posted a clip on, speaking of weddings, I had posted a clip, classic. If y'all ain't never seen Bridezilla, they used to come on WeTV, and I ain't talking about when they rebooted it for a second and brought it back for like a couple of episodes or whatever. I'm talking about from the original, from the beginning. And the episode was with this black girl named Portia, when she was cussing out her fiance, baby mama. That shit was hilarious, okay? When I tell you Portia gave their asses hell, she gave their asses hell. Y'all need to go find that episode of Bridezilla. It is funny. But if it's that gonna stress me out like that, girl, I don't want it. Take me to the courthouse and let's just sign the marriage certificate. You got the witness right here. I do, we good. There we go. Okay, now let's go get something to eat. That's just all it is. Her mama was stressed the hell out. See, that's what you get for marrying a motherfucker like Jock, because you just don't know. All right, you don't know his tease. You don't know what he gonna do. You don't know what's real. Meanwhile, the wedding does happen, and they just released some pictures I seen earlier today, of the actual wedding going on, and they look beautiful. But the wedding happened. Like I said, Cena allowed the little girls to be the flower girls or whatever. They look beautiful. The groomsmen look beautiful. Safaree come up in there. Girl, Safaree and Erica come up in there together. Rich is confused. He was like, now she told me that they single, so why is they coming up there together? I said just for stunts and shows. That's just what it is, okay? That's literally what it is. Meanwhile, when Jock came down the aisle, I was looking, I said, I don't know how I feel about this trend that's been out with the men wearing these high watered ass pants, because he was flooding a little bit. He was flooded and he ain't had no socks on. Okay? The shoes with no socks. Now, I ain't gonna lie, it's certain shoes that I wear with no socks. And that's just how it is. But at least I have like my shorts on so it kind of look, or I have some long pants on that could go over it, whatever. But I said, now, is his pants supposed to be that high up? I know some of them supposed to be up a little bit, but that high up? Did the tailor just miss the mark a little bit? But he came down there. He said he was looking at his little girls and, trying not to cry. Let me tell you something. Them motherfuckers came down that aisle and Kendra was just trying to hold it in. Kendra been crying all day. She trying not to cry no more, so he won't cry. Baby, let me tell you something. If I was to ever get married, I already know I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry looking at my bride and be like, you look beautiful. Can't believe you chose me. Like, this one I'm gonna have to wake up to every morning. If you ain't appreciative of your man like that, bitch, y'all ain't supposed to be together. And I know some of y'all ain't gonna do that, but that don't mean nothing. But I'm just saying, that's just because y'all know, like, I come off a little hard. I do. But I got a little sensitive chip on me. I got a little sensitivity chip on me. If I need to cry, I'll cry. I'll cry. I just don't like to do it in front of people. But they wound up getting married. Or at least while they was up there trying to get married, and when the preacher was like, anybody got some objections or whatever, somebody stand up, hey, yo, hey, and it looked like a nigga. I don't know who it was, okay? But for some reason, it just gave me the feel how, Nick Cannon used to do them little characters or whatever. Remember when he came to the BET Awards being that so-called rapper with the locks and the gold teeth and the cuffs and dressing all weird or whatever? It just gave me one of those type of characters. So I'm pretty sure it was something that was set up and it's a joke or whatever. Mind you, Spice sitting up in the audience like this. Oh, please don't let Carly pop up. Please don't let nobody go. I said, girl, calm down. Calm down, okay? But that was the episode. You guys tell me how y'all felt about it. It was cute. Anyway, who am I looking forward to since Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is on? I do want to see this sit down between Yandy, for some reason, between Yandy and Kim. I hope Kim bring her mama. Cause that she made it for us. Oh, she made it for me. Let me tell you something. Them old stud, girl, funny as hell, and they stuck in their ways. Okay, y'all know Kim was trying to get with Yandy Mama, but hey, it is what it is. But not Yandy Mama, but Mendici Mama. But y'all tell me how y'all feel. I'll see y'all later. And listen, Love and Hip Hop Miami coming on is 2 episodes, so look forward to 2 reviews from that. I said, what? Back to back? I need a break. But anyway, I'll see y'all later.